Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Bumzilla112 coming at you with another War Thunder video. Today's video is going to be on the Begleitpanzer 57, or better known as the accompanying tank 57, or better yet, the escort vehicle 57. It's it's an actual armored infantry fire support vehicle. When I first saw this thing, I got really excited about it because there was one vehicle that came into mind when I saw it, and that is our very own U.S. Bradley. Um, this vehicle, when I saw it, I was like, man, that thing looks so much like our IFV or our infantry fighting vehicles. I was like, but it's obviously got a few things that are different. First of all, our Bradley has a 25 mic or the 25 millimeter. This, of course, being that it's a 57, it's got the 57 millimeter Bofors L70 Mark 1 cannon, considerably larger cannon, and of course, it's got the TOW missile launcher on it. And if I'm not mistaken, this thing is faster, has a faster velocity um, missile than the Rakuten Jagdpanzer 2 Hot. Let's take a quick look at that. This is 240 meters a second, and the Begleitpanzer's TOW, as you can see, I've been using a little bit, has 278 meters a second. You could definitely see a difference in the velocity of the TOW. That's for damn sure. Which definitely gives it a +1 in my book. Faster traveling missile means you're getting to your target a lot faster, which leaves you less exposed for shorter periods of time. But so I started looking into it. Like I said, it intrigued me. And it really makes me wonder, where did we get our idea for the Bradley? Because this thing basically was started in the mid 1970s by Thyssen and Henschel and Bofors. And without any government mandate or any government guidance, these three companies came together and developed what you see here. Uh, there was only a prototype made of it, apparently, and this thing never actually saw any combat from what I've been able to put together so far. And that basically is going to uh, that's going to segue into the actual gameplay portion of this video. So we'll go ahead and start that up now.
Shit.
Alright, so first things first, we're going to go into survivability. There's not much. In some instances, you'll get like the occasional odd bounce, but most of the time you'll be seeing this kind of stuff. It gets frustrating, to say the least. For gameplay value, in this clip right here, I literally sat here for over 5 minutes waiting to ambush one player. This is how you're going to be playing this vehicle majority of the time. It's going to be in a secret squirrel style of play. And it gets boring. It gets old real quick. This vehicle being at 8.7, it struggles. It absolutely does. And you'll be waiting in places like this, trying to ambush, and sometimes it just doesn't come and you have to reposition and then get shots like that on lightly armored vehicles. This thing will shred lightly armored vehicles as it should. That's a 57 millimeter cannon. It should just tear that BMP-1 to shreds, which it did. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with it shredding the BMP-1. And speaking of the BMP-1, that thing's sitting at a BR of 7.3, and it has a larger caliber gun. I think it's the 74 millimeter 74 millimeter cannon that it has on it, and it has over 300 millimeters of penetration. I am not quite understanding why this vehicle, why the Begleitpanzer is sitting at 8.7. It just doesn't make any sense to me. If they're placing their vehicles in BR ranges based on the time that they were developed, because I believe the BMP-1 was developed in the 1960s, you got another comparable vehicle being the T114, which was developed in the 1960s as well, or maybe it was 1950s. It might have been mid 50s, 60s. Doesn't matter. I just don't understand why is it sitting at 8.7. But being that what it is, I just survived 3 shots from MBT's main cannons. I lost my turret ring, and I realized something interesting I could do with the tow. See, it's like these type of scenarios right here that makes this vehicle fun, but they are so few and far in between. At this point, I'm thinking I'm gonna get a kill with this, and this is gonna be pretty damn cool. Here it comes. I mean, that's freaking awesome. But there are those situations. They don't happen all the time, and it gets so frustrating. Yes, you can get kills in this vehicle, but the kills come with so many deaths. And I'm not claiming to be one of the best players in the game, but I play this game to have fun. Bottom line, when I play this vehicle, I'm not having fun with it, which is unfortunate because, like I said, when I first saw this thing, it reminded me of the Bradley, and it honestly made me think, oh man, this is pretty damn cool. We're up into 1970s vehicles. Uh, the Bradley was developed in 1981. That means we could potentially get the Bradley for the U.S. I mean, we already have a 113 chassis in game, so we're getting closer and closer to more modern era vehicles. I mean, the prospect is cool. I would love to see more light armored vehicles like this to give the Begleitpanzer 57 uh, and the BMP-1 and the other light vehicles that we have in this game an actual fighting chance. Some kind of target to make it a viable option in game. But as it stands currently now for myself, this vehicle is not a viable option. Yes, you get situations like this where they're real interesting and you're playing it nice and quiet and sneaky, and then uh, the enemy notices you don't have a turret ring. What do you do now? Last option that I have to use is my tow missile, and I hope, oh crap, I just got shot in the ass. What do I do? Bam! I get a kill. Oh man, that felt so great. These scenarios don't happen all the time though. Most of the time it's just you blowing up, and it sucks. Or you're stuck like this. Don't ask me how I got here. Don't ask me how I got there at all. Please don't. So I'm sure you guys could tell where I'm going with this now. This vehicle costs 1,010,000 lions and 250,000 to crew. Don't do it. Save your lions. Don't get the vehicle. Well, maybe I shouldn't be saying don't get the vehicle yet, because there will be, this thing should be dropped in BR. It absolutely should be. And I'll show you why. Like I said, the BMP-1, I don't care that it was developed in the 1960s and the Begleitpanzer was in the 1970s. It's 7.3. Oh, it's a 73 millimeter. And the rounds it uses do 300 millimeters of penetration. That's a heat anti-tank grenade. And then you have the armor piercing, which is just garbage, but you have this one, 300 millimeters of penetration. And then you have the T114, which I have. Where is it? There it is. Sitting at 6.7 with the 106 millimeter recoilless rifle. And those do 381 millimeters of penetration. And that's an auto-loading cannon. Well, an auto-loader. It's a recoilless rifle, actually. This thing shouldn't be sitting at 8.7. And if their justification is because of the tow, then slow the damn tow missile down or something. Something. I don't know. I don't understand why this is at 8.7. If anything, drop it down to 7.7. I mean, I would agree with that. Anyways, enough about the Begleitpanzer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you do wind up getting this vehicle, you're gonna be frustrated, but there are moments of gold that that you'll remember playing. That's for damn sure. But there is so much frustration to go with it. That's all I have for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.